Yeah, hi, good evening. One. Yeah, generally, in this course, we need to discuss about complete installation process, configuration, and development, and the testing along with that master data implementation. All these kind of stuff. Uh, Whatever the here I have presented, the whole topics we will cover in this session. So generally, how the installation process and configuration of labware links and how the links application architecture complete it will be overview. Everything will be discussed in detail, and how the links basic will work. The whole labware links application it's completely it's depend upon the LIMS basic code. The whatever the LIMS basic concepts are there, how many kinds of LIMS basic functions are utilizing to customizing the application, and all those things will be covered in the LIMS basic concept, and how the user management is handling in the labware LIMS level, how user can able to log in, how the system is controlling the labware LIMS, then how only particular different modules user can also access the user management. All those things we will cover in the user management. And the master data creation, the base of master data creation, how the master data is will be created, and everything will be discussed over master data management. And then configuration of schedulers, like how the lot samples log, stability, EM, instrument, all the samples will be logged through scheduler, how the schedulers will be configured, different kinds of schedulers, how it will be logged, and how user dialogues will be prompt, how what are the rules and events manager, like user management, automation scripts, uh, different e-signature, how it will be signature will be held. Everything will be discussed in rules and events manager, and the visual workflows, how the customizing workflows will be work, how we need to customize that visual workflows. All these kind of things will discuss in visual workflow. And then how the template management, the base is template, the mandate is template, the template management, how it will be work. And then label printing, how the custom reports development, like different reports are required for that. We need to configure with labware links with crystal reports, and folder management, and then sample management, how the sample management will be there from SAP, to how the lots will be triggered, from how the SAP in the SAP level, how the lot will be uh, UD will be post from life cycle, how the sample, when sample was logged unreceived status to authorization status, and then what is the process, what are the basic requirements to log in a sample, what is the item code, what is the sampling plan, what is the product, what is the analysis, what is the stage spec. These kind of things also will cover in sample management. And stability management, in the stability management we will completely cover with protocol, how to design a protocol, what is the test article, what is the study, what is the relationship between the protocol, study, uh, the test article, how the samples will be logged, and everything will be discussed in the stability management. And then complete overview of calibration management. The same instrument and calibration management it's having the same uh, modules. We will discuss in the how the calibration will be configured in the master data level, and how to make the schedule by sample will be logged. Everything will be discussed in the calibration management, and how the these all these things will be work with subroutines and menu routines and format calculations. How the subroutines will work. What is the what are the functions uh, in the third and fourth line item? Whatever the LIMS basic functions are there, it will be involved in the with these subroutines, menu routines, and format calculations. And understanding of parsing script. These parsing scripts will help to instrument interface between the standalone instruments are port-based kind of instrument, which is does not having the computerized system and which does not have the application, and how to debugging the, and what is the difference between the query window, what is the debugging, what is the query window. These all these kind of things we'll discuss in debugging session, how we need to arrest the errors uh, while doing the performing the analysis. Some errors will come. How will we need to arrest it? How we need to investigate the issue? Those kind of things we'll discuss in the debugging session. And what is the port-based instrument configuration? What is the file-based instrument configuration? Earlier, I told you port-based instrument configuration, which does not having the application, but there is a possibility to integrate between the LIMS application, lab-ware LIMS application to other instruments like port-based instrument within a different configuration setups are there. Now all the port-based instruments also they come up with without intermediate with the if any balance does not having the that Ethernet capability, we will configure directly with the grid configuration. With if the particular balance having the uh, Ethernet capability, then there is no not required that middleware of grid. That configuration we will discuss in port-based instruments, and file-based instruments. We will discuss about how the standalone instruments will work. What is the process, how it will be work, and everything will be discussed in file-based instrument configuration, and how the instrument interface of this file-based instrument, like how the lab session will work, what is the interface between the Empower and the SAP interface, will discuss in detail, and complete lot management and stability management we were already discussed about, and then what are the requirements for lot management and stability management. This is the complete course in the lab LIMS. Some additional topics, if there, will add the same. In this also, some topics which are already mentioned, those will be teach in 1 or 2 sessions in the same sessions. This is complete about the course related information. And coming to labware LIMS application, we are utilizing the labware LIMS application within a different industries like pharmaceuticals, oil and gas, biopharma, water and EM, and then mining, metals, and food and beverages, and forensic and clinical diagnosis and contract services. These are the different industries, and additional to that, more of the industries also there. Along with these industries, these in these industries, the lab LIMS is utilizing in different industries with different kind of configurations. But in our pharmaceutical industries, we are using the lab LIMS having the core modules. The major the ideal modules are sample management. It's nothing but lot management, and stability management, and inventory management, and instrument management, and micro management, and other modules integrations like the lab LIMS integration with SAP, the lab LIMS integration with MES, the lab LIMS integration with Empower, the lab LIMS integration with other Chromalian, the lab LIMS integration already with Excellent. These already integrated with the lab LIMS. So for this, these are the core modules we are discussing in this session. How the sample management. These are the major requirement, major things we will cover. For example, if you are taking the lot creation, how the lot will create. For example, yeah, coming to lot management, then creation of lot like raw material, packing material, uh, FP material, semi-finished goods. These lot creations will be created from the SAP. From SAP to how the lot will be created, what are the tables required in the SAP level, what are the tables required in the lot management level, what are the prerequisites, how once creation of lot, how it will be tracking, and then after creation of lot, automatically it will be created within a default. Then our product will need to assign that particular lot. Then after we need to allocate to our analyst, and then after that we need to enter the results. And after that, whether it is in a review, and then whether all the tests were satisfied, it will be released, and then it will be rejected if the specifications were not met. For this, we need to create static data. How the static data will be there? What is the sampling plan? What is the sampling plan? What is the batch manager? What is the batch link? What is the batch protocol? What is the batch concept? Everything will be covered in this lot management module. And then coming to inventory module, the inventory module, it will be help in the pharmaceutical industry, the stock creation, and then the stock tracking, and then what is the expiration. User should not allow expired chemicals, that should be also trackable, and those chemicals only allowed while in the result entry. Such kind of configurations is available in the lab LIMS. And then coming to instrument module, then how to creation of instrument, what is the instrument interface, what are the fields we need to map in the instrument table with respect to instrument interface, what are the calibration events we are need to map, whether your calibration wanted to make schedule in the instrument module. And if you want to keep preventive maintenance, also it's available in the lab LIMS. And if you for external calibrations also, you can map in the instrument module. And then coming to micro module, all the EM related bioball, biobudding, culture, all these things will be covered in the micro module. And then coming to stability module, the shelf life of stability. The initially we will create in a protocol, it will be attached to test article, it will be created in the study, and then some amendments are required while any kind of changes will be done. Those everything, and then generation of summary sheets, everything will be covered in the stability module. All these kind of things will be discussed in stability module. And then coming to dashboards, these all results will be come up with our dashboards. The majority of organizations now, they are all this information is available in the digitalization format. All the digitalization formats results along with how many tests are completed, how many tests are pending, how many lots received for every day. These kind of dashboards will be available within the lab LIMS application, and along with other dashboards also we will be the integration process will be helped in the dashboards level. And addition to that, other modules integration of MES like PASEX, Rockwell, there are different kinds of MES applications are there, and Empower, SAP, Chromalian, Agile. These are the different kind of modules are available in the lab LIMS to integrate with the other modules. The complete overview will be discussed, how it will be tracking for each and every module. These are the major modules is we are utilizing in the pharmaceutical industry. From any of material, either material started from raw material to it will be went for finished material. Everything which will be linked with all this information. The any material, it should be come from RM. In the process, it will be created as a semi-finished good. After completion, it will be make it as a FP product. So everything it will be for every process. The inventory is required for this instrument is mandatory for this biologics micro organisms count is important, and stability, that particular product is mandatory, and then other modules integration also important. So for the pharmaceutical industry, all these kind of information is mandatory, all these modules are mandatory. So we need to discuss and deep and dive as much as possible. Then I have clearly here I have elaborated what is the lot management, how it will be work, the lot management. Like if any batch was created, how it will be the creation of lot. Lot will be created from SAP automatically through the scheduler. The lot will be logged. Once the lot will be logged, then user can able to assign his product, and then after result entry automatically uh, it will be tracking through lot management and everything. Once after completion of your lot results and then review, then you need to generate an SUA within the application. We are inbuilt have the LIMS application with SAP Crystal Report integration. So we need to the lot management will be help to creation of lot to release of sample along with automation COA. And then coming to stability management, I have already explained. For every stability management capabilities, coordinate and manage all related works entire study with one or many protocols. Within the study, we have maintained one or more protocols. Labware functionality includes inventory. It should be mandatory for inventory and storage location management. This inventory will linked with storage location management, where this inventory is loaded. The storage location management, whenever the sample should be logged, that times stability sample should be pull out, and then after pulling out, the work should be assignment, and then after sample completed, and then result entry, and then review and reporting. This is the whole cycle of stability management. And then coming to environmental management, environmental monitoring provides a flexible and reliable controls for managing and sampling and testing. The most of the EM monitorings are samples are logged by the schedulers. It can be programmed into the system automatically log the samples and prompt regular point monitoring, ensuring all required sample and tested appropriately. Whenever the samples were logged, and then these samples will be it will be alert to users when the sample was logged, when need to be tested, what are the pending samples, everything it will be triggered through scheduler. All the samples will be logged, and then as process the samples should be tested, and then sample also can taken manually to facilitate whether these schedulers. And along with that, additionally, if you want to log in a sample, the sample can also be logged taken by manually to facilitate unscheduled sampling or personal monitoring. Some of industries are regularly they are monitoring it without unscheduled events are will be there. That time also user can able to access unscheduled sampling and personal monitoring for with unscheduled sample by with the manually in the sense there is an option with an unscheduled sample. So this process also available in the EM module. And then coming to instrument module, the instrument module having the three kinds of instrument integrations. One is port based, and one is file based, and another one is integration with CDS instruments. Port based instrument is the instrument integration without the application which instrument is there, like pH, KF, pH, balance, conductivity. Those are the instruments which are does not having the application, but it will be connected through network connection. So these instruments will discuss in the port based instruments. And then coming to file based instrument, which having the file application having the with own database. It will be the information which is stored in that particular application either in any format, either PDF or XML or text or Word or any format. Labware LIMS having the capability to extract the data, and it will be pulled from the particular application, and it will be sent to our test level, whatever the test we are performing. And then a last instrument integration is CDS, chromatographic data sheet, whether it is in a water sample, SN open lab, and chromalin. The lab were having the capability with all these, the majority of these CDS instrument integration part. We are covering with how the configuration with we are majorly cover water sample. We are not dealing with open lab and chromalin. Water sample, we are the majority of people are utilizing the water sample, so we need to cover water sample integration part. This is the major modules available in the instrument integration. And then batch management. In the pharmaceutical industry, the group of samples are loading at a time. For that, we are Labware is come up with batch management. For that, if we will create a batch with one batch, you can add together with all one or more batches. Then you can create the batch. That reference batch will be reflected to all of the samples. It will be traceable to the batch management of this particular, through this batch management concept. Here I have mentioned the same group of any collection of samples together as a test batch, providing functionality to them view, operate, and manage result entry on the all associated samples. Batch manager provide capability for batches to be organized by the test sample and test are results with the integration of lab instrument and batch level results and calculation. So these, it will be tracked for existing batches, along with if you want to add additional batches also, it will be traced. It will be accessible for different batches also. And then like we are earlier we discussed about the dashboards, and then how we are configuring the dashboards. What is the different kind of dashboards are available within the Labware application. We are already seeing different OS, OT, user management. In that particular workflow, if you see there, it's clearly states the visual workflow, graphical and a tabular formats we will see. Like that, customizing dashboards also we can make in within the application. And additionally, we have the additional provision with interlink with other customizing applications. So, and then next, inventory module, track quantity, which how much of quantity, location, expiry date, and vendor information for laboratory items such as chemical and consumables. These are the inventory module is the majority in the pharmaceutical industry. Every inventory, it should be in a the tracking, and then the expiration is the very tough task in the pharmaceutical industry. But coming to Labware LIMS, it's very familiar, it's very customizable, so we can easily track through this inventory module. So, and in addition to that, analyst qualification, and then individual user certification, test method, and the specific laboratory analyzer, all these things, this analyst qualification also available in the Labware LIMS. And then whatever the solutions here, we are already prepared anywhere in the batch management, in the instrument, in the EM stability, lot, everywhere we are creating samples, and everywhere we are creating batches. It should be labeled. It should be a trackable. Everything labelized management also available in the within the Labware LIMS. So these kind of lab customization also available within the application. How it will be there, we'll discuss in detail. And then coming to generally the Labware LIMS, it was having the different kind of roles available in the industry. The basic is master data management. They should work with the how the master data creation, what is the product, what is the analysis. Inside the analysis, they will be create component, they will be create different kind of lists, different kind of calculation, different kind of format calculation, different kind of master data kind of. This is in a basic layer. This basic layer, it will be help to creation of product grade, stage, spec type, everything will be created. This master data, it's simply known as static data. In the lab LIMS, data having the different kinds. One is static data, another is dynamic data. Whatever the master data created, it will be help to create a dynamic data. Once master data created per product, it will be create and a dynamic data, and then support management, and then business and support management. Whether any user kind of issues are there, support management will be available to report the issues. And then business analyst, he's the bridge for any pharmaceutical industry and requirements from the labware to develop and enhance to provide the business people, and then gather the requirements from the business team to core team, either on development or labware or some other what who are provided by the services. These are the business analyst roles. And then development, who whatever the configurations gathered from the business team, developer can develop the configuration items and then deploy the same, and then testing team will be testing it, and then after that implementation team implement it, and then admin team will monitor all these kind of things. These are the core roles available within the labware LIMS. So it's very vast opportunities available in labware LIMS. So generally today just we will discuss about how the installation process is within the labware system. So generally this labware LIMS application, it's in a US based application. It's either it is in a web, it's based on the client requirement, means customer requirement. If my customer wanted either web-based application or Windows-based application, the labware LIMS application have the capability web-based application and Windows-based application also. So it will be highly customizable. So we can utilize either web-based or client-based, and then it's fully GXP compliant. It customize and configure as per organization requirement, and all the dashboards and instrument interface, it will be read. I told you either CSV, XML, text or PDF. It will be can readable all these formats. And any labware LIMS, it should be installed. The major having the three servers. One is application server, and one more is database server, and then one more is web-based server. So these are the major servers are required for installation of labware LIMS. So here we need to note it down. Installation process belongs to the how the LIMS application is launched, how the LIMS application will access to user, and then coming to configuration part, how the customer required, what is the customization process for as per the user requirement. We need to configure the process. So for these installation process, labware is ideally provided these are the prerequisitions. With these prerequisitions should be enabled in these different data in different servers. Here we are already mentioned these are the servers. Application is application server to run the application. This application is it should have the database. The database must have the one server, and this database should have and web server. These web server, these are the requirements. And this database having different databases are available in the market, but the labware is most widely suggested either SQL or Oracle, or it will be accessible other AWS or other cloud database also it's accessible, but the majority of the database is accessible. The majority people are utilizing either SQL or MySQL, or some of them use it by Oracle database. So for this, these are the prerequisites like Microsoft Windows Server OS operating system more than 2000 version, 2012 and above version are required. For this, all these servers, it should be Microsoft Windows Server. The server should be have the 2012 and above version. It should be installed in the application and database and web as well. And Microsoft .NET framework version 4.5 and above, it will be installed in the application and database and web. And Microsoft VC++ redistributable, this it should be mandatory in the application and web. So if you see here, you need to verify these two things. It should be prerequisites for all these servers, but it should be mandatory for these servers. This SAP Crystal reports only in the app server. This SQL and SQL Express, it should be above in the only database, and LIMS SQL Server database export file, it should be available in the database. These are, I mean, some of objects are mandatory in different servers. Some of the objects are mandatory in only some of servers itself only. So generally, when any customer is purchased a labware application, it will be provided automatically. It will be provide all these 9 setup files, which should be installed one by one. It will be provided one user manual. Based on the user manual, all these steps need to be performed, and then we need to install the LIMS application. Then we can able to access the LIMS application. So for this, here also some of setup files we need to install in app server. Some of setup files we need to install in web server. It will be clearly mentioned here what are the steps are involved. In the coming sessions, we will discuss in detail. So like it will be having the more than 25 to 30 steps involved here. So here we will in detail we'll discuss in coming sessions. While our sessions will start, at that time we will discuss in detail like how the labware, what are the steps we need to follow for each setup file. For these are the basic setup files. If any application will work for that, we need to install all these setup files. For these setup files, what are the steps we need to verify? Like for let's say example, first labware.net support. For example, if you see labware.net support, in which path we need to this labware.net support we need to keep, and from where we need to install, and what are the crystal report, SAP crystal reports, where we need to install SAP crystal report .NET framework, this .NET framework, and whatever the PDF components and NW components, all this, everything is step by step here I have mentioned here. So based on this, we will go through all this along with I have all the steps and process. Each step I have captured all these things in the Word format. It is there, but in the coming whatever next sessions will be there. That time we will in detail will discuss what are the while .NET support we will install. What are the how it will be system will behave. What are the steps will be involved in. I have already captured all these things, but in the live session I cannot project the same. Why? Because it's a customized application, and apart from that, other modules are there. Whatever here other modules I have mentioned here, everything will be discussed with the application itself. But coming to installation process, will capture through screenshot. Okay, if we see, just a minute. Hope my screen is visible. See, this is the application. So this is the complete application. So how the LIMS application, what is the process? It was already installed. It cannot be again. We need to install and all these kind of things. It's not possible. But only installation process will be discussed through along with all the steps with screenshot. Apart from that, other modules will be discussed over through complete application itself only. Everything will be discussed through application itself. Like that, we can we will provide the this training overall. So this is all about, we are already discussed complete. And any questions? Anything else?
Yes, guys, you can raise your hand. So I'll unmute you and you can directly discuss with him. If you have any doubts, any questions? Okay, Mahesh. Just a minute. Yeah, Mahesh. Just you can unmute yourself. Naveen.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, can you share your screen, sir?
Sorry?
Can you share the curriculum once?
What you're asking?
Contents, what we are going to discuss. Can
Content
you
list.
share?
Okay.
So in this, we are discussing about the LIMS basic concepts, right?
Right.
So as I am a newcomer for this, I know the LIMS functionality, but the thing is, I'm new to the LIMS basics thing. So what can I expect from this class?
For LIMS basic concepts,
So what will be covered as part of LIMS basic concepts?
there are multiple LIMS basic functions are available within the LabWare LIMS application. There are array functions, not functions, investigation functions. There are multiple functions. How it will be used, how the code will be run, what are the functions, what are the functions utilizing, what are the syntaxes. Everything will be discussed in the LIMS basic concepts level.
Okay, and there are other things also. Create configuration of schedulers. So you'll create few schedulers and you'll show us.
Yes. Create the schedulers. What is the frequency? How we need to configure the schedulers. For scheduler, we need to loop the subroutines. How it will be, properties will capture. Everything will be discussed over scheduler.
Okay. Parsing scripts also you will write. You will keep how to write those parsing scripts.
Yes, port based and file based parsing scripts also will discuss.